Hello, meatbags. Welcome back. I was going to do a video on Anita Sarkeesian. Please, God help me. But I scrapped the video about privilege. She was talking about privilege in this video. However, that's going to kind of mend into this. This is going to be more of an unscripted rant more than anything. So it has gotten to the point where making fun of Anita Sarkeesian and pointing out her many flaws, her many flaws, so many flaws, that has gotten stale. I was talking to a friend about it. She said she's an easy target. And I agree. She is a very easy target. Anita Sarkeesian is one of those people who are so easy to target for a video. It's baffling that she even is an easy target. So, what spurred this rant video and destroying and scrapping of another video? Well, we'll get that in time in the end of this, but let's start from the beginning. Anita Sarkeesian was a college student in 2010 who started Feminist Frequency when she started to go to feminist courses. Big fucking shocker. So she started her new series on her website, Feminist Frequency, which targeted, you would guess right, pop culture references from rap music to fucking Legos. And people at every turn would tell her how fucking wrong she is. Most in turn, which she tried to attack comic books for their tropes. And as you can see from her old ways of pointing and picking and choosing, has not changed at all in the span of, I want to say, almost a decade. Then in 2012, a woman by the name of Zoe Quinn got into a little debacle with her quote-unquote game, as if you want to call it that. I don't want to call it that. I just wanted to call it a cringe fest of depression, which has no basis in reality. Anita comes in, tries to piggyback off this harassment to literally kickstart her new YouTube channel of tropes versus women in video games, started in the early 2012s at a modest $6,000, if you want to call that modest. And thanks to Zoe Quinn and her 5 guys that weren't in a sexual relationship with her, but however was found out they were in a sexual relationship with her, and backing up her fucking video game with good reviews, and didn't want to tell anyone they were fucking, but however, it's the internet, people are going to find out this shit. Thanks to her, heavy traffic went to her Kickstarter, as well as people who wanted to berate and tell her that she's wrong. Using this to fuel her Kickstarter, she ran to the media, ran to social media outlets, and crying out, "Help me, I'm being harassed," and it worked like a fucking charm. Now she is sitting at almost $158,000 over her modest, I want to repeat, modest $6,000 fucking goal. But people could do whatever they want with their money. I'm not going to judge. Oh, wait a minute. I am going to fucking judge on that shit. So production began and was estimated to be finished. The entire series finished in August of 2012. The first episode was not published until March 7th of 2013. And did not end until April 27th, 2017. However, she didn't come to the account of criticism. Well, she probably did. It was part of her master plan. Just twist it around into being harassment other than criticism. During production of this terrible frequency videos, it has come to the attention that she had stolen Let's Play footage. Not only as it turns out, she's not even a fucking gamer. There has been footage of her blatantly exposing herself as being a non-gamer and hates video games. But nonetheless, people have come to her defense because they're white knights and they want pussy. Throughout this entire series, she is proclaimed from the high heavens, from women are being too sexy in video games to women are being too mannish in video games, etc., etc. Stop fetishizing black bitches, etc., etc. White men are privileged, etc., and etc. However, when we come to find out, we see that this is not the case, Anita. When we find out how privilege works, we can look at you and see the overwhelming privilege that you have. When you can blatantly scam people out of your money by just pointing at your vagina and go, my vagina is being harassed, then you are very privileged. Let's go down the list, shall we? You go to colleges and even high schools that pay you over $250,000 fucking dollars just to tell them just how oppressed you are and how bad your life is. Just sit there or stand, but mostly just sit there and complain your ass off to the high heavens how terrible it is to be a girl, while producing the quote-unquote supposedly supposed to be finished in 2012 series of tropes versus women in video games. She had made another video series and eBayed for $250,000, which she got, by the way, and without finishing the first fucking project, but the whole thing was already done. She asked for money for a already finished product. If that's not a scam, I don't know what is. But coming on to the last part of this rant that's inspired this rant will just completely show you just how privileged and just how much of a scam artist this woman truly is. So let's go down the privilege thing here. So Anita can ask for any amount of money and she will get it. Let's go back a few years back when she went to VidCon and then, oh, surprise, surprise, guess who was there in the front row of an abandoned parking lot worth of no one attending her stupid panel? And lo and behold, the Keck Lord above, Sargon of Akkad, was there. And what was he doing that was so heinous, so disturbing? He was just sitting there. Just sitting there. With a whole bunch of other shit lords like Annie Wartsky and others. And was just sitting there. And then that prompted Anita Sarkeesian to quote the most famous words that everyone knows by now, calling him a garbage human and just berating him. But not only that, has sent a Twitter mob against him, doing the exact thing she's accusing Sargon of doing and others of doing, which she is doing herself, which in fact Sargon of Akkad can potentially sue her over. However, he's not doing that because it's a waste of fucking time. I hope you keep that privilege clock running, because here's another thing. So when this was brought to the attention, creator of VidCon, he not only applauded Anita Sarkeesian, but defended Anita Sarkeesian and called out Sargon for starting the whole damn thing, and allowed her to proceed to her next panel the next day, which was, the irony is palpable in this, but cyberbullying and harassment online. If irony had weight, I would bludgeon people to death with it. However, when people called him out of saying Anita broke the goddamn rules of VidCon and needs to be thrown out, he basically said, fuck off, it's misogyny. So the second day comes, and on the panel with Anita, this anti-harassment and anti-bullying online, the irony again, because of what happened yesterday, is Boogie. And he explains how online harassment and harassment in general has affected him. And he got the last word in. Now that is a big no-no in Anita's world. That's a very big no-no. So it has been found out that she approached him afterwards, after the whole panel, and basically outright yelled at him for getting the last word because he's a man. And he shouldn't have the last word because he's a man. So The privilege of telling a man he cannot have the last word is another thing that is privileged. So let's go down the list here. Anita started out small and then gained popularity with the help of social media and liberal media like CNN and crap like that. Even Stephen Colbert interviewed her and poked holes in her damn logic. If that's not a big tell you're a fucking scam artist, I don't know what is. If a pretend republic on television is poking holes in your logic, then you have no floor to stand on. That even didn't stop her. It gained her about $160,000 in revenue to do her crappy, didn't even change anything. And when asked where the money went, there is no answer to it and just basically tells us to shut up and stop harassing them. Halfway through the funded series that she said she was going to finish in 2012, being 2015 now, starts a new fucking project that is already done and asks for money which she had gotten. Then on top of that, the Amazing Atheist opens up a charity account to donate to this charity for third world women and said who would win, Anita's greed or your charity, and she bombarded the whole thing as a harassment campaign, and no one but us called her out on it. Between making videos is getting paid to go to colleges to speak her nonsense to adolescent young adults and is taken as serious as a fucking heart attack. Then goes to a video YouTube convention, yells, belittles, and not only just Sargon, but later on another panel belittles other attendants, and then on another panel in the second day yells at her one of her fellow panelists on the verge of a nervous breakdown because Boogie has anxiety problems and still was not kicked out of the event. Logan Paul was kicked out of the event. Logan Paul! Oh, and why did Logan Paul get kicked out of VidCon, you might want to ask? Because it's fucking Logan Paul. He should have been kicked out anyway, not invited at all. But he ran through a fountain with fans chasing him. That got him kicked out. That got him kicked out. But Anita Sarkeesian yelling, belittling attendance, and then yelling and badgering fellow panelists did not get her kicked out. Rather got defended by the creator of the damn convention and having praise from multiple outlets, including the cesspool that is Polygon. Even though they want to get rid of the damn thing, sorry, it's the internet. Once you put it on there, it's on there. You can archive this shit. Now, thanks to her video series ended, she starts a new series within the feminist frequency, doing the exact same shit over and over and over, just has 2 new sidekicks. And it's the same videos debunking the same things over and over again. Which leads me to the video that I was going to do. The privilege video. And based on this rant, this whole thing debunks her entire video. I would have done this in the video. However, something came up that just broke my brain. Anita Sarkeesian, in the past few days, has opened up another fundraiser for $25,000 to open a Discord server. I wish I was making this up, but you can look at her Twitter feed that she has gotten fully fund this asinine $25,000 fucking Discord server that anyone can do for free. She has managed to go over that to $27,000. $27,000 for a fucking free Discord server. There is no God to justify this. That, Anita, is privilege, where you can go online and demand $25,000 for a free public Discord server. And that's not the worst part. The actual goal is to be $35,000, where she will attend high schools to lecture kids. Let me say this again. If she gets $35,000, she'll go to high schools to speak to the students. Anita, you really want to sit there and talk about privilege when you can just extend your hand and ask for money, and everyone will just hand it over hand and fist. However, I have to work almost 10 to 12 hours a day in the hot-ass sun, packing shit and picking shit. You're telling me I am more privileged than your sorry ass, who went to college and now is going from city to city, state to state, just rambling bullshit after bullshit and demanding money, which you will get. No one in the media or social media disagrees with you. However, they don't stand by you. That's the thing. They won't back you up and back up your claims. However, they won't disagree with you because you're a big feminist icon. And if they say you're wrong, you will send attack dogs. That is another privilege, Anita, where you can say, get them, they harassing me, and people will go get them. That is privilege, Anita. And how fucking dare you set up a $25,000 Discord server that got fully fucking funded because stupid people are fucking suckers in this world and will fucking white knight for you and give you money. That is what caused this rant, people. A $25,000 Discord server. I am never going to do another Anita Sarkeesian video because she is an easy target. However, this is the nail in the coffin. I'm not doing this anymore. She is basically a dead horse that has been emulsified and you can't poke it anymore because it started to evaporate. So everything will go back according to plan. If you like these rants, just send a comment down below. I will see if it's positive, negative, who the fuck cares. I'm Autonomous Prime and this has been the rant video of the month. And you heard it from me, folks. No more Anita Sarkeesian videos. Unless it's something extremely stupid.